Wealth is not something that anybody owns. Wealth is something that people steward.
Wealth sits in the land, wealth sits in story, wealth sits in heart, wealth sits in the ability for the earth to regenerate itself.
We've had the last 100 years of economic development globally produce more monies than has ever been really imagined on the planet. And during that time, the monetary system was uncoupled from nature. As a result, we've seen GDP and gross domestic products go up globally in this logarithmic fashion at the same rate that birth rates has decreased, as fertility of humans and the planet as a whole has remarkably declined. 10,000-fold increase in the extinction of species has correlated with that 10,000-fold increase in monetary wealth globally. And so what this means is there's been a huge uncoupling, which has led to a stored energy system that we would call money today.
I think wealth historically is a means of energy, right? It's how energy moves in the system and how energy, which is often work, creates value in the various living systems where it's flowing. And I think historically, wealth has created what I would call extractive value. So it accumulated value in one part of the system while depleting other parts of the system of value through deforestation or mining or because we're creating pollution.
The very way that wealth is often created is actually harming ecosystems, whether that be that the tree is worth more cut than it is in the ground, whether that be that there's a sense that you can do anything you want to land, to rivers, to whatever, to turn a profit. And our entire kind of economic system in neoliberalism or late-stage capitalism is predicated on the fact that we can extract, we can dominate, we can control. And this has been going on for a very, very long time. So around this question of what can the role of wealth be for regenerating ecosystems, we first have to really understand how did wealth get created in the first place?
I think since financial wealth was created, it came to the world to facilitate exchange and relationships and all of those interactions that humans have as a society. And then it has created a lot of side effects that I don't think they were planned in the beginning, and lots of harm. So I think the same way they were created to facilitate things and then became part of the problem, it has the potential of reconnecting to its origin of facilitating relationships and connections.
Wealth is a magnifier. So whatever is present, it will magnify. It can magnify the shadow of our existence, and it can magnify the light. And it's so important to also explore the legacy of the wealth, so that anything that is present in the wealth generation, the wealth accumulation, does not carry forward into redistribution, reimagining of the wealth system as it shows up in service to all of life through regenerative ecosystems.
Anyone that is holding wealth at this time of the great wealth transfer, there is a really pivotal role to play, and it's a real moment in time for that. For your role, for the role of you in your lineage of family, the future generations, but also to really shape the future.
It's really important that people who have wealth can really put their money behind restoration, regeneration, because that's the thing that we need the most in the world. Especially because we're still not there in a way that we can value nature the way we should value nature.
And as we step forward into the possibility that we stay and play on this earth, we're going to have to reconnect that potential energy of wealth back into nature and create an epic cycle of abundance that can come forth as we start to create nature-based currencies globally.
There is a role that financial wealth holders play, and that is one of seeing themselves as stewards of our future and flowing resources into ecosystems, flowing resources back into the earth so that nobody has too much and that everybody has enough.